uh, as we talk about this journey of yours, Rajesh, you talk about your wife, Bhavna, who's been, a kind of a light for you, and she keeps asking you the hard questions. And how important is that been, and how do you ensure that you balance, this when you actually start looking at the business in a unemotional way?
So Bhavna and I have worked together for most of the 30 years that I've been an entrepreneur. Ours was an arranged marriage, and she is a CA. And when my first businesses did not work, when I had the idea of India World, I had to reduce my team, and I asked her to start working with me because I said I don't have enough money to pay other people, and it was the work that I made her do in the company was work which was very different from her CA background.
Hmm.
In fact, she still reminds me that the first thing I told her to do was we had scanned a book, The Scam by Suchita Dalal and Devashish Basu. We had put that up on the internet, and she had to proofread it because the scanning machines were not perfect at that time. And it is like the most, I mean, now I feel sort of, how could I have made her do that? But I mean, in that sense, we have worked together. Uh, our domains are very different.
Hmm.
Okay, I am excited by tech and forward vision. She loves interacting with people. She can do pretty much everything except tech. Um, our discussions at home have always been more about the business and about the company, because that's really what our lives have been about. And I think having that kind of support system, I think, is very, very important, because there is no what I would call as work-life balance. It's work-life integration for an entrepreneur. Okay, even when we used to go on vacations, I would try and set up meetings most of the time with people there in the early years, um, and it's something which both have to accept.
Hmm.
Because uh, if your spouse does not support you, and they don't, it's not about working together in the same business.
Correct.
But if you cannot, you're already fighting a battle in the marketplace. You cannot be fighting a home front battle.
Exactly.
So I think that kind of understanding is very important. And Bhavna has stood by me through the failures, through the worst of times. And she gave me the best advice after I'd done my India World deal. When she said that forget, after we had the big check that we got, he said, forget the past. Because if you think about the money in your bank, you will never do anything again in life.
Hmm.
What you are best at is building things from scratch, doing startups. Get back to doing that. And even after that, for the next 7, 8 years, I failed multiple times. And she accepted all of it. We were trying lots of different ideas. She knows. In fact, in many ways, she is the bigger entrepreneur because she bet on me as an entrepreneur.